Yeah, hi guys. I recently did a video on solving polynomials. That was a bit random, and so I wanted to specifically talk about cubic polynomials here. For example, this one, x cubed minus 8 equals 0. If you want to solve that, the easiest thing to do is say x cubed equals 8, x equals 2. Now, that's great. That's a solution, definitely 100%. However, if this is degree 3, there's going to be 3 solutions. So we've got the real solution. What about the complex solutions? So that's what the focus of this video is all about. There's our real solution. That's what we can graph. But there are complex solutions, and some of you will need to know how to do this. X equals 2, then x minus 2 equals 0. So x minus 2 must be a factor of x cubed minus 8. Therefore, let's see if we can divide it and see what's left over. I'm doing my long division here. If you need to know how to do long division, I've got another video on that you can check out. But anyway, so there's my long division. So x cubed minus 8 actually equals x minus 2, x squared plus 2x plus 4. So if that's equal to 0, then either this one's equal to 0, x minus 2 is equal to 0, or this quadratic is equal to 0. So if we've got a quadratic equal to 0, we can put it in the quadratic formula and get our answer. So there's our 3 solutions. There's our 3 solutions. X equals 2, x equals negative 1 plus root 3i, and x equals negative 1 minus root 3i. That's our 3 solutions. Now, rather than going through this process of dividing, there is a shortcut you can take here. If you've got a cubic and it's got just 2 terms in it, why not try and using these formulas? Alright, sum of cubes or difference of cubes. Now, easy to remember, the sign here is the same as the sign here, minus minus. The sign here is the opposite of what is in the left hand side over here. And this has to be a plus. Okay? So I'll show you how that might work here. Alright, x cubed plus 216 equals 0. 216 is 6 cubed. We can remember our little formula I just showed you, and we can set up our factored form straight away. So instead of a cubic, we've got a binomial and a quadratic, which are both easy to solve. Okay, so there we've got our 3 solutions nice and quickly. Okay, I know I rushed through that, but I think you can go back, pause the video and have a look at it and see that none of those steps are particularly hard. You're just putting numbers in a formula, you're just using null factor law, you're just using quadratic formula. Okay, this stuff you all know how to do. So, because it's cubic, we've got 3 solutions, 1 real and 2 complex. And by the way, remember, if you've got 1 complex solution, you've got to have 2. They always come in pairs because of the plus and minus thing. So, either you've got 3 real or 1 real and 2 complex when you're solving a cubic. That's the negative 6. That's the real solution, by the way. If you just want to find that real solution, just go through, do your cube root. But if you want to find the complex solutions, go through this factoring process. Right. Here's one that's not a simple cubic. Alright? Now, whenever you got a polynomial, make it equal to 0. That makes things easier. What you'll notice here, you got x to the 6 and x to the 3. That's actually a hidden quadratic, because x to the 6 is x cubed squared. So let's look for factors of 8 times negative 125. That add up to 999. That's 8 times 125 is 1,000. So 1,000 minus 1 gives you 999. So we can factor by grouping here. And there is our factored Well, it's not a quadratic, hidden quadratic, but to the power of 6. Okay, so what we can do now is we've got two things in brackets that equal 0. So this bracket equals 0 or that bracket equals 0. Let's deal with the first one. And there's your difference of two cubes. So you can factor it using that formula. And there's your 0. And you can get your two answers. X equals a half or X equals this business. Okay, your second one, X plus, you've got the sum of two cubes. Use the sum of two cubes formula and solve your binomial and your quadratic using the formula. And there you go. You have power of 6, degree 6, so you have 6 solutions. You got 2 real ones and 4 complex solutions. Okay, if it wasn't a hidden quadratic, there's not really a lot you can do about that. Okay, but because this is, you can go through the process and do that. So guys, it's always going through the same process. Look for common factors, none. See if there's a hidden pattern there. Yep, it's a quadratic. Go through, get your difference of cubes, put it in the formula. Alright, complicated to start with, but if you break it down to little components, go step by step, you'll get there. By the way, here is the picture of our two solutions. I'll just zoom in on that one. So there's your two real solutions and your 4 complex solutions there. Okay, so this is hopefully the main type of cubics you'll have to solve. So hopefully this was helpful, and good luck solving cubics. If you just have to find the real solutions, just use a cube root. Alright, good luck.